everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Cynthia Ortiz and today we're going to go over making bar graphs. Before we get into the lesson, let's go ahead and take a look at what a bar graph is. Bar graph. A bar graph is a graph that shows data with bars. So just like a picture graph shows data with pictures, a bar graph uses bars to show data. So for this lesson, we will be looking at the data in a tally chart and moving it over to a bar graph. So this is the same tally chart I used in the lesson where we created picture graphs. Let's go ahead and review the data so we can move it over to our bar graph. Ready? 12 students were surveyed. They were asked what is their favorite shape. The choices were heart, rectangle, oval. 4 students chose a heart, 3 students chose a rectangle, and 5 students chose an oval. Let's go ahead and move this data over to our bar graph. How many students chose a heart as their favorite shape? 4. So I will come down to my bar graph where I have the heart and I will color in 4 squares. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many students chose a rectangle as their favorite shape? 3. So I will come down to my bar graph where I see my rectangle and color in 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. How many students chose an oval as their favorite shape? 5. I will come down to my bar graph and color in 5 squares for the oval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you're coloring in the squares for your bar graph, you want to make sure you get the whole square. If you only color half of it, we will think you only mean 1/2. So now that I am finished filling in my bar graph, you can see that each shape has a bar to represent how many students chose that shape. 4 students chose the heart, 3 students chose the rectangle, and 5 students chose the oval. Very good. Next example. 12 students were surveyed and asked what is their favorite fruit. The options were orange, apple, and blueberry. How many students chose an orange? 2. How many students chose an apple? 5. And how many students chose a blueberry? 5. The way to know the totals is by counting the tallies. 1, 2, the total is 2. 5, the total is 5, and 5, the total is 5. As I'm moving the data over from my tally chart to my bar graph, I will use different colors. This will help me better visualize my data. So I will go ahead and start with orange to represent my orange. How many students chose the orange as their favorite fruit? 2. So I will go ahead and come down to my bar graph under orange and go ahead and color 2 squares. 1, 2. I will use red for my apple. How many students chose apple as their favorite fruit? 5. So I will go ahead and come down to my bar graph under apple and color in 5 squares. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will use blue to represent the blueberries. How many students chose blueberry as their favorite fruit? So I will come down to my bar graph and color in 5 squares for blueberry. One, two, three, four, five. So just like in my tally chart, I am showing that 2 students chose orange, 5 students chose apple, and 5 students chose blueberry as her favorite fruit. Good job. Okay, so for this example, 13 students were surveyed and asked what is their favorite kind of day. So the choices were a sunny day, a rainy day, or a cloudy day. Let's go ahead and move this data over to our bar graph, starting with a sunny day. How many students chose a sunny day as their favorite day? 4. So I will go ahead and color 4 squares under a sunny day. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many students chose a rainy day as their favorite kind of day? 4 as well. So I will color in 4 squares under a rainy day in my bar graph. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many students chose a cloudy day as their favorite kind of day? 5. So I will go ahead and color in 5 squares under a cloudy day in my bar graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just like my tally chart, my bar graph shows that 4 students chose a sunny day, 4 students chose a rainy day, and 5 students chose a cloudy day. Very good. Alright guys, that is today's lesson on making bar graphs. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson and working with bar graphs. Please don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more learning videos. Bye guys!